Okay, so everybody can hear me loud and clear, right? This 3 days course is a crash course or a crash lecture, to give you guys some tips and strategy on how you can be trading and building your money, on daily basis, right? So the first day, which is today, we're going to talk about introduction, to crypto, the tools you are going to need, and all of that. Then tomorrow, we're going to talk about the strategy, how you can implement them, right? And how you can also incorporate it in your daily routines, to build your funds over time. And the third day, we're going to also talk about the roadmap, you know, the plan on how you can grow your money, and also I would emphasize on trading psychology, as well. So let me see if I can write this down so that you can have it recorded. Okay. All right. So if you can see my whiteboard, please let me know in the chat box if you can see my whiteboard. Okay. So please don't write on my screen. Don't tamper with my whiteboard, please. I don't know how to cancel that on my part. Um, so I see the one. Okay. Right. The one we're going to look at intro to tools needed. Right. So that's for the one. Day two. Right. Strategy to implementation of strategy. Right. And fund groups. Right. So that is for day two. So day three, we'll look at trading psychology. Right. Trading psychology, and also fund roadmap. As roadmap on how you can grow your funds, over time. So this is what we're gonna have for these 3 days. Right. So if you have any question at the end of the session, we're going to have a Q&A. Okay. So so crypto trading, it can be explained in three forms, right? We have Heidi Abubakar. Please stop writing on my screen. Crypto trading, we have majorly just two types of trading on cryptocurrency, which is either spot trading, right, or futures trading. These are the futures or contracts trading. These are the two major types of trading in cryptocurrency markets, right? So we're going to be talking mostly on these two, right? Because they are more safer and more predictable, and they have more probabilities of giving you a profitable trade than any other type of crypto trading. Because here in either spot or futures trading, you're going to implement what is known as a strategy, which you follow to make your decision, not just making decision, based on what people think or community or all of that. No, your processes you follow to, understand that which assets you're going to trade, which when you're going to enter, where you're going to exit. All of that will be in, the crypto trading under spot and futures, right? So spot trading simply means you're buying assets on spot, meaning it doesn't have what is known as leverage, right? No leverage, doesn't have leverage, right? So since it doesn't have leverage, it means you cannot lose, right? So if what spot trading means is that if you buy BTC, right, one BTC at the price of $10,000, for example, when one BTC is $10,000, and now BTC have fallen from $10,000. BTC have fallen from $10,000 to $3,000, right? You're going to still have the original of one BTC. The one BTC will not reduce, right? So likewise, if it increase to $100,000, right, you're going to have one BTC, because there's no leverage in it, right? So that is spot trading, which is the safest way of trading, meaning you buy crypto and hold, right? While the second one, which is either futures or contracts, you're gonna have what is known as the zero interest loan to trade with, right? So if you are buying at, if you buy, for example, on the 10x leverage, right, 10x leverage at $10,000, meaning you reach $10,000, right? So at BTC is trading, if you reach $10,000 and BTC is trading at, for example, $5,000, right? So you reach this $10,000 or $5,000 on 10x, right? And now BTC, for example, has rise from $5,000, to $10,000, right? So if BTC rise from $5,000 to $10,000, and you entered a 10x leverage position, which is long, right? You bought, and BTC doubled in price, right? So your $10,000 is going to be times 10, right? So that means for you, you had $10,000. You were supposed to just make, if it's on spot, you are just going to make $5,000 profit, right? Guzman, please, you are messing up our whiteboard. Stop messing up our whiteboard. So if it's on spot, you're only going to make $5,000 profit, right? So, but if you reach okay, Bitcoin was 5,000 and it went to 10,000, and you invested 10,000, so you're going to make profit of 10,000, right? Because it did 100%. So that means you have in total 20,000, right? So, but if you're trading it on futures, right, you did long of 10,000 with 10x leverage, and Bitcoin moved from 5,000 to being 10,000, going to make profit of times 10, which is $100,000, right? So you can see is the potential of using leverage. It gives you more opportunity to make more money. Well, likewise, this 10,000 that you reach, right, on 5,000 profits, it can liquidate you if Bitcoin drops down to a certain level, right? If Bitcoin drops down to a certain level, you can lose your whole $10,000, right? So it is a risky scenario. The futures part is highly risky, and if you're not someone who can risk to trade on that part, then you can just stick to spot market. So, but showing you the strategy that we're going to talk about, right? Showing you the strategy we're going to talk about, it will make sense that for you that if you don't have huge amount of money, it's not necessary for you to be trading spot, but rather you can be engaging yourself in futures trading, right? So I'm going to explain to you guys how you can do that. No, you cannot, whatever you put on your stop loss, that is what you lose. Whatever you put on your stop loss, that is what you lose. That is why we're going to talk about strategy. I'm just talking about those that don't use stop loss and all of that. Like if you open a long position and it goes against you, if you don't have stop loss, you can lose everything. So I want to talk about the stop loss and all of that in this sessions we're having, right? So now, for example, now let me show you guys something. If you have we're going to just be using $20 as an example, right? All of you have $20. If you have $20, right, divide this by 10, right? If you divide $20 by 10, you have approximately, that's $1, right? So we're going to divide it by 5, not by 10. So we're going to divide it by 5. Let's assume because there is $20. If it was more than $20, I can say okay by 10. So let's do it by 5. Right, we're going to divide it by 5. So divide by 5, you have that means you have how much, right? $4 each, right? So if you divide it by 5, you have $4 each, right? So what I mean divide by 5, it means you're taking 5 trades. Right? So you're risking $4, right, to make a minimum of times 3 of it, which is 1 to 3, right? So $4 times 2 to make $12, right? So if, for example, I'm going to be making my examples on worst case scenario, right? On worst case scenario. So if you have 5 trades to take, right, you either lose $4 or gain $12, right? So if your first 3 trades, this is just worst case scenario, worst case example, right? If your first 3 trades, you lose them all. Right? If you lose all your first 3 trades, that means you lose how much? $12, right? So minus $12. So for example, you're trading and your first 3 trades, all of them, you lost those trades. That means they hit your stop loss. So you lose $12, right? So when you lose $12, You have how much remaining? $8, right? And you still have two trades to take. So if the next two trades, you want them all, which is 12 times 2, you've made $24, right? Plus your capital that was remaining, which is $8. You now have $32. This is just worst case scenario, right? At some point, you can even win all the four trades. And yes, you might have some bad trades and even lose everything because that's what trading is all about. Sometimes you can lose all your account balance, right? But you keep going, right? But when you have a strategy, for me, my strategy, there's no way you can trade my strategy 10 times and lose all the 10 trades. It's never possible. The worst month you have trading my strategy is to lose 5 trades in a row. That is the worst you can have using my strategy, right? And I'll be teaching you guys what of the strategy in the sessions we're going to be having, which we'll be talking about the strategy tomorrow. So, but I just want to show you how you can, look at the reach to reward of what $20 can actually become. When you keep duplicating this, if you duplicate this for 1 year, 2 year, you'll be far ahead of, what we can think of like your equity can grow massively, right? So that is the explanation of risk to reward ratio. So now what are the tools you need to trade? The tools needed to trade. First, already you have your BINGX. You're going to be trading on the BINGX, right? So you need an exchanger, right? So our exchanger already is BINGX. We already have. So what I want you to have also to download is TradingView, right? Make sure you have your TradingView set up. TradingView, we're going to be using TradingView for analysis, right? We want to be using it for analysis. And also, we're going to be using some websites for fundamentals, right? So if you don't have, already all of you have BINGX. So I want you today, before we meet tomorrow, make sure you go and download your TradingView and also sign up. It's free to sign up on TradingView, right? You can search them on the website. You can also download the apps on either Play Store or App Store, right? So I'm going to show you how TradingView is. Let me share my screen. Can you all see my screen? Please, if you can see my screen, let me know in the chat box. If you can see my screen, someone should tap on the chat box. Can you see my screen? Okay, so I'm just going to open the clean chat. I think it's still loading. Let's see this. what I started. Okay, so this is how TradingView looks like. It's where it gives us access, to the chart. This is where we're going to be making analysis, or when to enter a trade and all of that, right? So you want to, after you create your accounts, right? I'm going to send the settings of my charts so that you can set your chart as mine to help you, because when you create an account, it's going to give you a default chart layout. Okay, so I'm going to give you my chart settings so that you can utilize it. Okay, just a second. Okay, so yeah, I'm back. So I'm going to be using this trading view to read charts, to know where to trade and where not to trade, right? And also explaining the strategy. Because I'm going to show you there's just one strategy which every day you can come and look for it. When you find a trade opportunity, then you can trade it. And we're going to be trading this strategy. It can work anywhere, but specifically when you're trading Bitcoin only, it is very highly effective, right? So make sure you download this platform today. The BINGX is already ready. What is left for you is to know how to read this chart, how to come every day and find an opportunity and place a trade, right? So, and how can you find this opportunity? Is when you have a strategy, and that strategy will be unveiled tomorrow, because tomorrow strictly we're going to run the strategy. So you need to have these tools ready, right? Make sure you sign up for your BINGX tonight and make it ready for tomorrow class, right? So the other websites also that I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to show you tomorrow while we are on the trading training, the strategy training, right? So did you guys understand today's class? Do you have any question? Did you learn something? If you have any question, please do type it on the chat box, or you can unmute yourself. Yeah, trading view. Just you can just search it on Google, right? Trading view. The original link will come up. Just search it on Google. Trading view.
Okay, good evening, sir. From my side, sir.
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you.
Okay, sir. Sir, why trading on trading view? How is it? Do we mark out a particular coin to monitor, or is it every coin that we'll just monitor? Because I'm a beginner.
Okay. Yeah, on Trading View is a platform that gives you access um, to the whole trading assets in the world. In Trading View, you can see any assets, stock, cryptocurrencies. So when you go there, you just search for what you want to trade, and you analyze what you want to trade. You understand?
Yes, sir. I understand, sir. So,
Yes.
sir, on my sorry, sir.
Yeah, go on. I can hear you.
On my PC, my PC, is the app available on PC?
Yes, you go to the website first. When you create account, on their page, you will see where you can download the app for PC. If you're using Mac or you're using Windows, it will show
Okay,
you.
sir.
So you just click on it and you download it. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any further question, guys? Someone is asking how to break even on BINGX. Yeah, if you want to break even on BINGX, you're just going to put your stop loss as your entry. Your stop loss as your entry. That's how you break even on BINGX. Right. So, but sometimes you have to also how would I put it? You have to also make sure that your stop loss accommodates the charges, because each trade you open has its own charges. So sometimes you can break even, understanding the charges is already forgone. Because me, I don't really care about um, the charges, even though it hits my break even, just because charges will always be there. So, but if you want to make sure the charges also and everything is being paid off, look for your break even, just put your stop loss a little bit in profits, right? So if you're selling Bitcoin at $97,000, so you can, and your profit, maybe you can put your stop loss at probably 96,900 or 96,400 if you're deep in profit, right? So that is how you break even on BINGX. It's all about changing, the stop loss, all about changing the stop loss. Good. So any further question? Any further question for today? Did you guys understand today's class? Did you understand um, today's homework? Is there a tutorial on how to use BINGX? Yes, I did a tutorial on how to use BINGX. It's on my YouTube. So I will send the link again. I will send the link again. I will send the link again so you can watch the tutorial. Okay, since there's no further question, we'll see tomorrow same time. All right. See you tomorrow same time. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye. Hello guys. So today we're going to talk about quick strategy, implementation of the strategy, and fund growth. Yesterday we talked about a little bit of introduction and the tools needed, right? So have everybody downloaded the TradingView or signed up on TradingView?
Yes, we downloaded it.
Okay. So I decided to use my computer today so that I can just show you guys how you can set up the TradingView. Okay. So first of all, you need to make sure that you have why is this not loading yet? Just 1 second. This is not my chat. New page. Okay, yeah.
Trying to look for a clean chart that we can use. Okay, so first of all, when you sign up, right, you're going to, for you to reach where the chart is, you need to come to product. Under product, you go to super charts. So this is how it's gonna look like. When you log in, you're gonna have this this window. Then you click on products. So when you click on product, you click on super charts. So you click on super charts, the charts are going to come out, right? So on super charts up here, you can have the list of the assets you want to trade. You know, if it's Bitcoin, if it's gold, anything, any asset you want to trade, you have it here on the watch list. If it's not there, you can just click on the plus button, right, and search for the asset you want to trade. Then it will come up. Then you can add that to your watch list, right? So that is the watch list size. That's by the right side of the screen. So on the left side again, we have the tools, right? You can have tools here, right? We have where the lines are, all these lines that you can be using to mark out price levels, right? We have Fibonacci retracement, right? Although I'm not talking about that today. So any tool you're looking for, the long and short position, if you're on a short and you want to measure the difference in stop loss, you can measure like that, right? That's for short position. You also have for long position as well. If you want to go long, how you can measure your entry price and the difference in stop loss, right? That's for long position, right? So all other tools we have it here. If you want to write text, right, you have text there. Anything you want to, you can on the left side. All these are the tools needed to design or analyze, you know, the market, right? So if you want to set your charts, you right click on the screen. So when you right click on the screen, you click on settings. If you want to change the color of the candlestick, you can change it here, right? If you want to change the color of the candlestick, you can change it here, right? So you can put the color you want, right? The first candle color, it's for the upside, meaning if the market is going up, while the other one is for the downside, meaning if the market is going down, right? The candlestick. So you can always put the color you want. My status line, this is what I have ticked and unticked. My skills line also, I have some things ticked and some unticked. So you can see them here, right? Here also I have some things ticked and some unticked, right? So I always move my green lines to 0. I don't like seeing them. If I on them, you see them, they show visibility. I always keep my own in 0. I don't like seeing them. So you can off that. If you want to open a watermark that's showing the pair you're trading, you can do that. Meanwhile, I don't really like it on my chart as well, so it's switched off, right? So under trading, we have all of this here also, right? So if you want to tick or untick any of them, you can here as well. Okay, so wait, what other one again? Yeah, on alert again, we have alerts here. All my alerts here are unticked. So if you want to have alerts on your screen, you can put them there, but mine are unticked. So we have events. If you want to see your session break, if you want, you can do that. If you want to see economic calendar event on your chart, if you want, you can do that, right? All of that. So all these are just based on if you want or not. So, but this is how you can always, set your chart to your best, to the best of how you want it to look like, right? So for me, this is my color and this is what I want it to look like, right? So that is all about the trading view tools that I will be covering, right? So I assume you have all watched the first strategy I gave out for free, which has been on YouTube. That is the two-way trap. So I won't be talking about that strategy today. I will be talking about another strategy that I will be giving you guys, which is it works very well on Bitcoin, which is also known as it's known as a open and close liquidity, right? So basically, when you open the line chart, you always see sharp edges like this, right? So when we open the line chart, you always see sharp edges like this, right? So if I click on line chart here, right, you'll see we have these sharp edges almost everywhere, right? We have them almost everywhere. Right? You can see them. We have them almost everywhere. That's a sharp edge. These are sharp edges. These are sharp edge. This is a sharp edge. This is another one, and this is another one, right? So consider this as a V level, also meaning an open liquidity level. And there's a rule in trading that when the liquidity is open, then it has to be closed, right? So when do we consider the liquidity has closed, right? We consider the liquidity has closed when price mitigates that level, right? When price mitigates that level. So when price gets back here, all right, and surpass it, or just around there, we consider that as liquidity that has closed, right? So when you're trading Bitcoin specifically, this open and close liquidity works very well, right? So if we look at the charts currently, let's look for an open liquidity, right? If you look at this level, okay, pay attention to this. We have the V shape looking downward up here. This is the open liquidity for sell, right? That is an open liquidity for sell, open and close liquidity for sell. While for the buy, we have it like this, right? And like this. Okay, so what we're doing is that by this level, here we want to sell, right? While here we want to buy. So pay attention, very important. Here we want to sell, and there we want to buy, right? So we have it here, sell, and we have it here, buy. Okay, so that is on drawing. On the chart, it won't be as textbook as you think, right? On the chart, it will never be as textbook as you think. Because if you look at here, we have a sharp edge, right? Here we have a sharp edge. It's not as how the drawing is, right? It's kind of complicated. Here we have a sharp edge, right? So, but the more you practice, the more you look for examples, the more perfect you can perfect the strategy. And here we have a sharp edge, right? So what are we looking at? All these are open liquidity, right? So for example, this level here, we want to buy on this level, right? We want to buy on that level. Right, I will also want to sell on this level. So if you look at this, what do we do when you spot an opportunity like this, right? The first thing I want to do is to make sure that I have marked out my level. So since I'm selling, I'm going to carry this short position tool, right? And I'll look for an entry point here. Then I will calculate my stop loss. For Bitcoin, I always advise minimum of difference of 500 on stop loss, right? So, but this is not Bitcoin. This is Mario, so it's not Bitcoin. So, but this strategy, you'll be using it to trade Bitcoin mostly, although it works almost everywhere. So, for example, we're going to put difference here is because this coin is not up to $1, right? So the difference is 0.00500. So, but for Bitcoin, I always advise you have a difference of 0.0 or a difference of 500 on Bitcoin, right? So now here we have this level. So we can now look at the change it to candlestick, right? So that means we are looking at to sell on that level. So let's see how if price reacted to that level. So let's see if price reacted to that level or not. It came close. Right, a level is always valid unless it's tapped in. Okay, so price just came in to that level, right? So, but I don't think it will play out because this has already come down so much, right? So on a normal day, we expect this to touch that level, and have a sell trade for us, right? So we're going to look at more examples. We're going to look at more examples of the open and close liquidity. As I said, mostly it works on Bitcoin. So I think let me open a BTC chart so that we can learn on the same line. Let me open a BTC chart. All right. So here you can see we have one example because I remember last week I took a trade on that, a sell trade. We have this online charts. Right. Someone says having network difficulty. Are you guys following? Is it from my side or you guys are all following? Someone should reply on the chat box. Are you guys following? Okay, yeah. So here we have an open liquidity here, right? And also here we have one open liquidity. Right, so what do we plan to do? If it's on top here, we plan to sell. If it's below, we plan to buy. So if it's below here, we want to buy, right? I said a minimum of 500, at least you should have 500 difference, right? That if you want to have a tight stop loss, right? A maximum you should have is 1,000. So let's use 1,000 for example, right? So this is the difference. When I'm talking about difference, this is what I'm talking about. When you see this stop here, stop 1041, that's 1014. So that is the difference between your entry and your stop loss. So anytime I mention difference, this is what I mean, right? So here we have the down one as a buy setup, and we have the top one here as a sell setup, right? as a sell setup. So let's we have already spot our entry points and the strategy. So now all we have to do is just put our buy limit and sell limits and wait for price to do its thing, right? Literally, that is just what we just do. So I can take this back to candlestick and let's see how price played out. So you can see the buy. You can see how the buy played out. Immediately it tapped in, right? That's why I said it works very well on Bitcoin, right? Immediately it tapped in, right? In less than an hour, you're already like in deep profits, right? So this is if you're doing 1 to 3, it means you're risking 1,000 to make 3,000 on it. So this is a clean 1 to 3, right? So just look at how the sell occurred here. First entry point. I think I gave this signal. It hit break even for some people. So the first trade entry, you can see how it started selling, right? So sold, and it fell. So you can see having the maximum stop loss of 1,000, having the maximum stop loss of 1,000 it will always favor you, right? So if you're using the minimum, it might not favor you all the time, but if you're using the maximum, which is a difference of 1,000, which is understandable, it will favor you. So you can see how the strategy works clean on Bitcoin. I mean, every day when I'm trading Bitcoin, this is one of the first thing I check to see because it's simple execution for me, right? I just check this, and when I see an opportunity, I grab it, right? When I see an opportunity, I grab it. There are many things more that I can show you guys in-depthly in different, variation on how you can trade this strategy. But I'm just giving you only one, right? Because this is a free class I'm doing, so I'm giving you only one. So, but with this only, you can make good money. You can make enough money to actually even afford, to afford my mentorship and all of that, where you can scale in your knowledge, right? So I think this buy too was from an open and closed liquidity, right? I think it's somewhere here. Okay, so we have another open and closed liquidity here. Okay, it came very close. Please, can you mute yourself? Who is that? Mute yourself or I'll kick you out. Okay, you can see this one came very close. It came very close, but it did not tap in. It came very close, but it did not tap in. So, but when you put this again, on line chart, you will notice we have another open and closed liquidity here for a buy, right? So you mark that up, right? So let's look at the candlestick. Did it tap in? It came very close, but it did not tap in. Please, can you mute yourself? Who is that? Okay, so when just never rush a trade, guys. Never rush a trade. You can see in this level here, 2 trades, right? The first one, it did not touch. The second one here also, it went up, it came down, it did not touch. But what happened next? Another open liquidity was created, right? Another open liquidity was created, right? So here, another one was created. Look at it here. Look at it, right? So since another one was created, we miss the first two, right? We miss the first two, which is like this. We miss this one. Okay, we miss this one first. Right, a difference of 1,000. So we miss that one first. right? We missed the second one as well, which is here. A difference of 1,000. So we missed that second one. And now we have the third one, which is this. So never force a trade, never try to force a trade. The opportunity will come. So just patiently wait for your trade to play out. So now we have the third one. So let me put this on candlestick, right? So I look at how the third one played out, right? So just look at how it played out. This is what we call a zero drawdown trade, right? So look at how it played out. So everything is all about being patient, right? So you have to go and study this strategy very well. Although I will give I want to compile the whole part 1, 2, and 3. So after our class tomorrow, when we finish our class tomorrow, I'll compile all the recordings and upload them on YouTube so that you guys can go and watch again. And you can always ask me questions since you are in the group. So, but for others that will watch, they won't ask me, they don't have the liberty to ask me any question because they did not partake in the class. So whatever they learned from it and used it so far, so that's fine for them. Okay, so let's see if we can have one more cell example. One more cell example. I think, yeah, sometimes you're going to notice an open liquidity that is as small as this, right? Even them too, they play out. This one's here, right? All of them, they play out, right? So here we have one, right? We have another one here. So if you're selling at that price point, which is, for example, here. So let's see 100, 1,000, 1,000 minus 1,000. Someone is asking a question. Yes, please wait till you are done. You ask your question. So we have, let's have it here, 1,000. Okay. Never be scared to take a loss. Never be scared to take a loss, right? So what do I mean? As you can see here, the first entry here must have hit your stop loss. But here again, you have another entry, right? So what based on the open and close variations that I have, I'm not going to take this first trade. There are many reasons for me not to take this first trade, right? So we're not going to talk about it today. So you can see the second one. The second one is what I'll take, right? And the second one went clean without hitting stop loss, right? So this is also a clean sell, right? So there's a lot, guys, a lot I can dish out. So, but with this alone, you can be making profit week in, week out if you are following the rules and if you are disciplined enough. Okay, so let's look at the fund growth. Coming just a second. So I'm going to pull up my Excel sheet now. I'm going to send this Excel to you again. So I'm going to pull it up, the Excel sheets. Okay, I think it's on my iPad. Let me try and send it. So let's look at this Excel sheet. Right, if you notice on my Excel sheet, I have first what is written here is coins needed, right? So this is the whole formula of how I can determine how much I want to lose. So the dollar figure here represents how much I want to risk, right? This dollar figure here represents how much I want to risk. And this risk here represents the difference. The difference. So in this scenario, the difference is this 1,007, right? 1,007. So that is what you will put on the difference, 1,007, right? So your entry price, what will be your entry price? You just put in your entry price here, right? So this again is a calculation of the asset value and entry price, meaning in reality, that means if you are not going to use leverage, right? If you're not going to use leverage, for you to get this asset value of Bitcoin, you need $19,820. So, but because you are using leverage, which is the highest leverage, 125 leverage, right? 125x leverage, with $200, you can open such exposure. That is the benefit we get, from trading futures. So if you risk this, what is needed to open this position is not more than $158, right? So with $158, you can open this position. And your stop loss, in a case where this trade doesn't play out and it hits your stop loss, what you are going to lose is just $200, right? So if you have if you have $20 and you want to be risking $4 per trade. So if you are risking $4 per trade, just put $4 here, right? So that is all. You put $4 there. So when you put $4 here, the asset value, it will show here. This is what you're going to put on the asset value. Remember, when you open a limit, when you want to open a limit trade, you're going to see where to put in the asset value. That's the amount of exposure you want to have. So all you have to do is just copy this asset value or write it down and just paste there, right? With your entry price and your stop loss. So what it means, if it hits your stop loss, you're going to lose $4, right? So I'm going to send you guys this Excel so that you can utilize it. So other tools again that I use, right, to just get a daily bias, of where Bitcoin is headed, I use what is known as BTC map, right? I use what is known as BTC heat map just to get more understanding of where price might likely attract, because liquidity in the whole financial market attracts price, right? It attracts price. So for instance, now where Bitcoin is trading around what level? Let's look at what level is Bitcoin trading around. So you can see now currently Bitcoin is trading about around 98,600 and something level. So when I come to this heat map, I'm going to say, okay, is the major liquidity that price will want to attract? So you can see today's major liquidity was 98,469 and price have already punched there. So this means anytime you can see a sell, because price will want to go to the next level that there's much more liquidity there. So and the yellow one, the more the yellow line, the more liquidity there is. So you can see above here, all these are not too yellowish, but down here we have a strong yellow, which is around 97,256. So what it means, price can be attracted by that level. So Bitcoin can actually dip to this level before it continues its long. That is what price do always. So now that I have find this level that, okay, price might come back to 97,256. What will I do? I will go to the chart, the Bitcoin chart. And what I will do next is to, okay, let me map out that price, right? Let me map it out. So I'm going to edit it. 97, let's confirm. 97,250. So we're going to use 97,250. Always try to round it up. 97,250. Right? So you can see this price here means that there's a lot of liquidity here. Price might be attracted to come back to this level. Right? So how can I find an entry point there? Must I enter at the 97,250? No. Remember when we say liquidity, price might actually just punch in like this. You understand? Because it wants to take that liquidity. So best for me is to find a strategy around that level. So if I can see the open and close liquidity strategy there, right? I can see a sharp edge, a sharp edge, a sharp edge. So I can take any of it, right? Price might decide to take this one and go up. It might decide to take this one also, and it might decide to take this one. But which one is the extreme? This is the extreme. So if you're a patient trader, you should always wait for the extreme. So I can just decide to wait for this extreme like this, right? So that means we have an entry point. What next? I put my long position, right? Then I consider to risk just 1,000. So when it's 1,000 like this, right? And I'll put my entry points, I'll put 1,000, then I know how much I'm going to, how much asset will I input, right? So this is Bitcoin. So if I put 1,000 and I want to lose $4, I put this. If I'm risking $5,000, for example, then I'm going to put the asset value of 4.9 Bitcoin as the contract that I want to open, right? So this is what you can just be doing day in, day out, right? With this one strategy, you can design and generate income, strong income from the trading, right? So other aspects, how to build your funds, right? When we look at how you can compound your money over time, right? So if you have $20 and you want to be trading $20, and on each trade, if you're doing 1 to 3, you're looking to add your capital on each trade by 2%, for example. So, and if you do that on each trade by 2% for 1 year, for example, you're investing 100% of your profits, right? You're investing 100% of your profit for 1 year. At the end of the year, you can grow your money to almost $20,000 plus, $27,000. But it is easy to see here and say that, I will make money. But seriously, you need to be a very disciplined trader. You need to be patient. You must not trade every day. This to show you 365 days doesn't mean you must trade every day. Look at it as 365 trades. 365 trades. So days will come that you might not make profit or you might not see opportunity. That day is gone. Don't force to trade every day. Just look at it as trade opportunity. Some days will come, you see like 3 trades on that day. You can take all your 3 trades on that day. So look at it as in trades manner, not in this manner. So it means if you have $20 and you take 365 trades and you win them all, following the discipline of a strategy, that is the amount of money you can create for yourself, right? I hope this rings a bell. Okay, so for today, we are done and dusted. You cannot ask your question. Please unmute yourself to ask your question. If you have learned something today, please let me see on the chat box. Someone is asking what app is this? Please, what app are you asking?
So I mean the app you use to calculate those this and that for the interest, yes.
Okay, that
That
is
you used to.
okay, it's Excel. It's Excel. I'll send the Excel sheets. I'll send
Okay, sir.
the Excel sheet. Yeah. Someone is
Okay, sir.
asking. Yeah. Go on.
Okay, so my question then was, I was a bit confused about the liquidation. The liquidation, does it mean those points, are they the liquidation points or I don't? I'm a bit confused about those sides, sir.
Okay, let me open the liquidation point. You're talking about the heat map bar here.
Yes, sir.
So the one that is more yellow shows the highest liquidity. You understand? So when you
Okay, sir.
when you put your cursor there to show you the
Yes, sir.
price, and see the price of that highest level is 97,256. The liquidation leverage is $50 million there. You understand? So
Okay,
when
sir.
you
So
put it, you just know the price. So it doesn't mean you have to go and enter on that price. No, just mark out the price on your chart and look for the strategy around that level to buy in line with the market. So if the liquidation is down, you're looking to buy. So you look for strategy below that level where we have the open and close liquidity. When you set up, you just put in your entry price there and your stop loss. Just as we did here on the chart, that we notice this is the liquidation point and this is where the strategy, this is the open liquidity. So that means price is most likely going to tap in here. You understand?
okay. Okay, sir. So when there's a liquidation point, there's a very high opportunity that the price will change, that the map will change.
Price will come there.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
The liquidation point is like a magnet. It will always attract price to come towards it. And that is why Bitcoin has been ranging, because it had to clear many liquidation points, starting from 91,000 to where it is now. So it only shows you can open it for, depending on how many days you want. So you can see for 48 hours, which is like 2 days, see a lot of liquidation points on that chart. Up to 94,000, we have $62 million here. 96, we have 56. You can see now we still have one on top, which is around 99,178. You get the point. So all these liquidation points are just places you want your eyes and entry to be there, because anytime there's a liquidation, market will move strongly. You don't want to be in a market that will be boring. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So any further question, guys? If you have any question, if you learned something today, how do you know that the open liquidity will be respected? You see, trading is a game of probability. Nobody can say this is what's going to happen by force. That is why you must use your stop loss. So immediately you find an open liquidity, you put your entry price and you put your stop loss and let the market do its thing, right? So, but even based on the examples that I've shown on today's meeting, you will see it's only one trade that even hit stop loss. We showed like 6 trades. In all these 6 trades, only one trade hit stop loss, right? So it's a game of probability. If you're not, you have to build courage and stamina to execute a trade. If not, you will never make money or you never go anywhere in this market. There's nothing as a guarantee or a guarantee level that price must do this, price must do that. No, your stop loss is the only thing that will save you. So always execute a trade with your stop loss. Always execute a trade with your stop loss, right? And in the course of 10 trades, how those 10 trades plays out, then you can gauge that this thing is actually working. In 10 trades, I only lose 2 or I only lose 3, right? So you keep going, you keep moving. It's always, it's not a sprint, it's like a marathon, right? You understand how the journey goes. Okay, so any further question? The entry confirmation will come. Yeah. I can hear you.
I have a question. I have a question now, but it's a bit outside the class regarding this thing you dropped, sir, about that BINGX, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir, there was this thing you dropped, a signal. So the signal was going, it was going in favor of me. So I don't know whether when a signal is going in favor, is it always okay to pull off, or must you wait, because later it started going against? So is it always good to just pull off when it's going, or should you always wait for the take profit? And
No,
how do we put, and how to put multiple take profit in on BINGX?
No, on BINGX, you cannot put multiple take profits. You can only just monitor the prices, right? So, and anytime you are in profit, you can always decide to take the profit. If the profit is enough for you, like you should take it. You don't have to wait for me. I might be traveling. I might be somewhere having fun. I don't even know what's going on in the market. So anytime Anytime you see profit that is enough for you, just take it, right? So, and how to deal with your risk management, or you don't want to lose, you can just move your stop loss to break even by making
Okay.
your stop loss your entry. You understand?
Okay, sir. Okay. 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 Sorry, sir, for the last
Yeah.
question. Did they take partials on BINGX?
Yes, you can
Hello,
take
sir.
partials. Yes, you can take partials. So you
Sir,
go to you go to when you want to close, you will see a barometer will come out, right? It will show you close 100% or close 50% or close any amount percent. You understand? So you
okay.
just swipe it to where you want to close. My
Okay, sir.
candle settings, I discussed my candle settings in the beginning of this meeting, so probably you come late. So when the recording is up and uploaded, you can revert back for the candle settings. Your entry
Okay.
confirmation will come from the closure of the candlestick. No, your entry confirmation will come from the sharp edge, the
Okay,
sharp
sir.
edge. So it can be a close for the order and a open for the next, right? So always
Okay.
understand it is the sharp edge you are looking at, the sharp edge.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
yeah, you're welcome. Any further question, guys? Supposed to be a 1 hour class, but it's 1 hour, 30 minutes. Any further question before I call it a day?
Sir, I have a question, please.
Yes, ask your question.
Hello, sir, are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
About the open and close liquidity, like for the currency PSU, so you tell us that we have to like calculate some certain pips above the liquidity. But here in BTC, I see like at the tip of the open, you mean like we should like set our entry, right?
Yes, here you're going to set your entry on the BTC. And as I said, I have many variations. I have like 10 variations. So you is because you are my student, so you know this, right? While others here, they're just, we just came for the free class. I'm not like saying everything out. You understand? So I'm just giving tips of how they can get themselves up in the industry as well. So
Okay.
if you want to learn more about the strategy and many other strategy that I have, on my table, you need to join the Mindfinance Academy. So, but with this only, you can also build yourself from where you are. Right. So this is just a gesture.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
But about the chart color that you say, you did not show us the parameters for the candles, only the how to set it.
What parameters does charts have?
The color, some they use FFF, some that quotes there beneath it.
Come again?
Some they use like latest there EFG, FFF, the color of the candles. So like I
I
want
don't.
to.
I don't use that. I just change the colors. That's all.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah,
much,
I
sir.
don't use all of that. Doesn't have any correlation to making money.
I thought there was a
Yeah.
secret behind that.
No, me, I just use my candlestick. I use one color.
Thank you so much, boss.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I can change the color anytime. It's not always like that. Anytime I want to change, I change the color. Doesn't have any this thing. So is there an advanced class in Mindfinance? Yes, we have advanced class in Mindfinance. We have from beginners down to advanced. So I'm going to upload this tomorrow. I'm going to upload this all the classes we have tomorrow after tomorrow's class. Tomorrow, what have we been talking about? Let me
Psychology.
check. Yeah, trading psychology. So and with that, we call this 3 days this crash course done. Is Mindfinance Academy advanced class physical? No, for now, I'm not even in the country, so I don't know when I can give physical class. And honestly, this year, I don't think I will have time to be doing physical class. I mean, what you can learn online is same thing you can learn physical. So it's all about determine. If you're determined to learn, you will learn as good as you want online. So it's all about how you want to do it. But this year, I doubt if I will have time to be giving physical class because I have a lot of projects on my table. Okay, so but the online, I can always squeeze time to, post meetings and we go over the market. So I guess no any other question. Goodbye, guys. Have a good night.